Hey everybody, I'm in the garage today. Haven't had a chance to be in the garage in a while, but in the garage today working on a 63. Screwed up a little bit and pretty decent scratch in the inner fender of the bed. So you can kind of see it over there. I got it prepped and ready. Pretty deep enough scratch that I couldn't just touch it up with some touch-up paint. So sanded it down and got it prepped and ready. And so now I'm going to get the airbrush out and get the airbrush set up and get it ready to touch up. So unfortunate part is it takes longer to set this thing up than it does to actually fix what needs to be fixed. But with this one here, I got the Spectrum gun. That's a Black Widow Spectrum gun. Does a really nice job. I'll just use a small compressor instead of using my big compressor. It literally will take 3 minutes to paint it. It will take longer to set this gun up and tear it down and clean it up. But I'll show you what the results are once it's done. And then when I'm done with that, I got to get this garage cleaned up. The Jeep is a mess. I got shit everywhere. But at some point, I'd like to get the truck out and take it for a ride. And unfortunately, there's the Impala sitting up there where it's been sitting for about a year. So got to get it uncovered, maybe get a chance to take it out for a ride. Nice day out today, but more rain tomorrow. Seems like every weekend it's nothing but rain. So take you along and if I go for a ride, and I'll show you what the results look like on the truck once it's done. So most of the time I use Shopline products from PPG. Does a nice job, relatively inexpensive. In this case, this is your color here. This is OEM WA318E or 953232. It is, as you can see, they call it a smoke gray. I think it's got a brown tint to it. So anyhow, it's 4 to 1 to 1. So this is going to be your hardener. This is going to be your reducer. For something this small, I carry these in the shop here because you don't need much. So this is going to be a quarter of a tablespoon. So so it'd be 1 tablespoon to a quarter of a hardener and a quarter of reducer. Mix it up, and then you're gonna put it in the gun. But it won't use a quarter of it. But that's the smallest I have, and you want to keep it. You want to keep the ratio, the correct ratio. What you're going to do is make sure that you understand your pattern on your paint gun so that you can add more air or more paint. Know what your pattern is before you get to your panel. In this case, because it's a small area, this is a base coat, clear coat. I added the clear into the base, so it'll be one time. I'll put 3 or 4 small, light layers, small coats on it, and it'll be done. So get the area prepped, get it clean, make sure it's dry, and a couple of light layers on there, and you should be good to go. So I'll show you what the end results look like, but I got to put the phone down and make sure I do a good job. Make sure to take the time to clean your gun. That is the one thing that I would stress, especially on a gun that's as small as this. That's going to have a very fine needle in seat. So this is a .022 millimeter needle. So it's very, very fine. It takes a lot to get it clean. Take the time to clean it before you put the gun away, and then that way you're going to get good results the next time you have to pull it out. As far as pressure, believe it or not, you can adjust the pressure. I use a high pressure on air guns. That's just, that's what I feel comfortable with. So I'm spraying at about 45 psi, and I'll adjust it based on the flow of the material that I'm using. So I like to go high going to the gun and then back off at the needle itself. So you can increase the pressure and decrease the pressure with your finger, but make sure you have plenty of pressure going into the gun. All right, got it all touched up. Now the toughest part, obviously, it's metallic, right? So once that dries up, I'll go ahead and get the sandpaper out, sand that in, and blend it, and then hit it with a buffer. You won't be able to tell it's even in there. So I'll start out with 1500, and then go down to 3000, and then polish it, and you won't even be able to tell. All right, there's the end result. Now it's dried and cured. Waited, it took me all in a couple hours. Ultimately, it was about a 10-minute fix. But you got to wait for it to flash between coats, and then sand it and buff it, and there you go.